I may have one servo in the scrap heap, but I can still hear.
What's up, Transformers fans? This is Aatron back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Transformers Animated Ratchet. But before we do, the YouTube begging, please like, subscribe, and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm excited to take a look at this grumpy old robot here. So I grew up with Transformers Animated, so I always love getting updated versions of these guys. And yeah, I think it was my last review was actually Retgar that you guys saw on the channel. So back-to-back, I believe it's back-to-back animated reviews for me. But yeah, I mean, they knocked this alt mode out of the park, I think. They did a really nice job with this guy. The nice light blue, like, ugh, I almost drop them. The nice, like, light bluish gray, yeah, I say it's more bluish than grayish windows. It looks a little odd here on the side window, but they got the colors down, and I think it still looks okay. They got the lights up here, the blue and the red, different from this red and different from this blue, which I think is nice for color contrast purposes. Nice clean Autobot symbol on the hood. And then, yeah, they have those yellow lights that he has in the show in alt mode. And, I mean, it just looks really, really solid. And the little, what do you want to say, like heart rate thing. I mean, they did a really great job with this alt mode, I must say. The back is a little plain. I wish they, had, something, maybe a door that opened in the back to maybe slide something in or whatever. But that's absolutely okay. Also, a lot of storage options on this vehicle. Put something there, put some stuff up top over here as well. But actually, all of the accessories, he comes with a lot of accessories. All of the accessories are actually stored already in this guy. I mean, I'm going to talk about it more and more, but they did a great job with making this guy being able to hold and store all of his accessories in both robot and alt mode. Also, yeah, little mirrors there too as well. But yeah, and also a tail light there, kind of. But I will say one thing is this obviously could be poor hereditary transformation skills that I acquired from the dad Bottomus Prime himself. But I don't know, he's not on all fours. He's sitting heavily on the back wheels, so he can't exactly roll. Another thing I noticed too is the back tires, they roll a lot better than the front tires, at least on my copy. But that's not the end of the world at all. Presentation wise, this guy looks really, really solid, and it very, very nitpicky, but I mean, you can clearly see that these are fists at the bottom here. Clearly that's his hand, so that's really nitpicky, I think. But yeah, I mean, back to the positives. This is a really, really good alt mode for, obviously a show with some very unique animation. And yeah, I'm going to talk about that more in robot mode. I'm always very surprised how they managed to take those wonky Transformers animated designs and actually make them into figures that look good in robot mode, but also are able to achieve transformation that are very similar to their alt modes in the show. But yeah, without further ado, Ratchet, transform! Here is Ratchet all transformed up in robot mode, and I must say he looks pretty damn good. I mean, as I was alluding to while I was talking about the alt mode, these complex animated designs, I'm always impressed that they're able to achieve both modes, and I think they did a really solid job here. I guess just the slight kind of negative I will say is Ratchet in animated, he's got these big square thingies here in his robot mode that I believe would be about right here, but instead they're back here on this guy. But I mean, like I said, minor gripe. They got his old grandpa gut looking pretty good here, which I think that is what he's more known for in animated, is being an old, cranky wise ass with a big gut. So I think they really did a great job with that for sure. But let's take a closer look at this guy. So we see the head sculpt here, looking as grumpy as ever. Of course, like the chipped, I don't know what you want to call that. It's not really a horn, but you know what I mean, chipped thingy, whatever that is there. That one's chipped. Yeah, they did a great job with the head sculpt, I think, of just making him look completely miserable with a very just blank face. For an old grumpy bot. And yeah, the windshield here. His big old gut, as I was pointing out before, the nice Autobot symbol there. His arms feel a little bit thin, I guess. But I think that's because in the show they're more kind of rounded, and these are more like rectangular and more straight. But I mean, that's absolutely okay for me. And there's also a lot of solid panel work throughout too. There's a port there to plug whatever you want there. A little bit of hollowness there. I wish that his fist would flip in. That would obviously hide them in his ambulance mode. So I wish they made it so that his fist could flip in here during transformation. But unfortunately they don't. But, that's not the end of the world. And his legs are stumpy, as they should be, I think. A tubbier bot. And then, like I said, yeah, the being able to put accessories a bunch of different places. This is where you put the, what do you want to call that, a hammer? I guess that's a hammer for transformation. You put it on one of his legs there, and it slides in between. More panel work down the thigh and down the leg and stuff. Big old boots at the bottom there. So the backpack is, I think it's fine. It's accurate. I mean, that's what he's got in the show, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Fix it up a little bit, huh? There we are. I'm pretty sure it's what he has in the show. So I rock with it. And you see all the panels from ambulance mode, and put stuff in there. The hollowness here, I mean, it's whatever. It's, little, it's, even the feet are hollow, but for me, not the end of the world. I'm very pleased with this guy overall, and just how he looks. But yeah, let's take a look at all the accessories he has. So there's not a lot of paint on all these ones I'm about to show you here. Just toss Ratchet there. But he comes with that, I don't know what you want to call that, like a knife thingy. I don't really know, but not a lot of detail. It's cool to have, sure. I really don't know what it is. The hammer, as I was just showing you, so I'm trying to get my camera to focus on it. That looks nice. And then another like pointy spear knife thingy, maybe like a, come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. Maybe like a, I don't know, like a screwdriver type thing, I don't know. And then obviously this is a wrench. Obviously that one's a wrench. But as I was talking about, for storage, in here, how was it? I think they're hiding up in here. No, it's in here. As I fold his head in. This is where he has his, oh, it's been a minute since I've seen the show. This is, as it goes flying. These are his, come on. I don't know what the, oh, that's the other one goes flying too. These are his, like, magnet thingies that he uses to, grab stuff from a distance. It's kind of like using the Force in a way, but these things, you grab onto, like, metal objects and stuff like that. I just love Animated's depiction of Ratchet overall. Before we get into articulation, I just appreciate that show so much, and I think it deserves a lot more love. I'm obviously very biased because I grew up with that show, but it's such a great show with great writing. But yeah, also I forgot to mention a little bit of hollowness on the side here. That I could have mistransformed that or whatever, but tad bit of hollowness, but not the end of the world at all, because his arms pretty much block it. So, but yeah, let's get into some articulation here. So his head, this thing likes to flip up very easily. I don't know why. I'm trying to get it down to, I don't know, at least on my copy, it likes to flip up very easily. This head can't really, I mean, you can look up and down a little bit, not much. Very little side to side. It can go 360 all the way around though. Arms. So, yeah. So he's got this thing, he can up and down like that, but you can go way above 90, I guess. You can go all the way around with that if you so choose. You know, woo! Oh, I knocked the damn station over. Yeah, obviously you can achieve 90 with this guy. Nice elbow bend right there. Bicep swivel all the way around. Very nice. And also I was very surprised to see that he gets wrist 360 all the way around. So I like that a lot. He gets waist 360 all the way around for this guy. Big kick all the way up into his gut. Nice knee bend there. Thigh swivel all the way around. And then no rocker, but yes, rocker, no pivot or whatever. And also obviously yeah, kick back as well too. But I believe that is it for articulation for this guy. So yeah, overall I think they did a great job with this figure. Like I said, I love this character in this show. Yeah, this grumpy old cranky robot. Tubby too. And I'm glad they are still able to, you know, get that like bigger look to him, even though he's kind of like a shorter bot and stuff like that. But also I wanted to do some size comparisons too for this guy. So here is Ratchet with the, I believe it is the, what is it, Legacy animated Bumblebee, and then the Age of the Primes Wreck-Gar I just recently reviewed, and then the original Grimlock figure that I also have in my collection. So I mean, overall, I feel like he scales pretty well with all of these figures. Like I said, I'll have to rewatch the show. Maybe Grimlock's a little bigger, and maybe honestly Wreck-Gar too. But I think he scales well with Bumblebee, for sure. But I feel like they made maybe Ratchet a little too tall. I mean, that could just be me, but like I said, I gotta rewatch the show. Let me know what you guys think. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's obviously very cool. I love collecting animated characters, but yeah, I mean Ratchet's looking great. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up my review of the Age of the Primes Transformers Animated Ratchet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm gonna give this guy a solid. I'm gonna give him a solid 9.1 rating. I really am enjoying this figure so far. I can't wait to make some content with this figure. I've already got a video lined up that's probably gonna come out as a short and a TikTok video soon. So yeah, shameless plug. Don't forget to follow our TikTok, Moonbase84 on there. But yeah, solid 9.1 for this guy. Looks really cool. I mean, they went all out with accessories. I mean, there's, like I said, there's not a lot of detail on some of the smaller ones, but good paint on these guys. I forgot to go over these really in detail. They're just white with some nice silver paint, with some nice sculpt work in there, sculpt work, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, yeah, I'm really enjoying this figure so far, and I think they knocked them out of the park. If it would focus for my outro, please. Yeah, thank you camera, or phone I should say. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Have a nice day. Thanks for docking.